One moment, you are simply trying to help them put on a sweater. The next, they are screaming, pushing you away, and looking at you like you are a total stranger. Your heart rate spikes and your breathing gets shallow. Watching someone you love suddenly become violent is terrifying, and it leaves you feeling completely helpless. But there is a reliable way to stop these outbursts. By using a 4-step framework called PAVR, you can safely de-escalate aggressive episodes and guide your loved one back to a calm state. The first thing to remember is that dementia is physical brain damage. They are not choosing to be difficult or stubborn. They are experiencing genuine terror, and they need your help to navigate it. Step 1 is perspective. When an outburst starts, your instinct might be to physically intervene. Instead, take a step back, pause, and look at the room around you. Anger in a person with dementia rarely exists on its own. It acts as a fierce bodyguard. It usually shows up to protect them from something else, a feeling of deep fear, physical pain, or sensory overload. Imagine losing the ability to process your surroundings. Normal objects cast sharp, confusing shadows. The television sounds like a blaring siren. People are moving too fast. That level of constant confusion triggers a desperate fight-or-flight response. If you assume they are just throwing a temper tantrum to get their way, you will react with frustration. That reaction only throws gasoline on the fire. You must systematically scan the environment for hidden physical triggers. Check if they are sitting in a cold draft or if the room is overstimulating. Because they cannot articulate their discomfort, you also need to consider internal issues, like a urinary tract infection or constipation. Identifying the specific cause of the discomfort shifts your response from defensive confrontation to active problem solving, which stops the escalation before it turns violent. Step 2 is approach. Once you have assessed the situation, you need to adjust your body language to prove you are not a physical threat. Never walk up directly behind them as it startles them. Avoid marching straight head-on, because a damaged brain interprets that direct path as an attack. Instead, move slowly toward them from a 45-degree angle, staying clearly within their line of sight. Drop down to their eye level so you aren't towering over them. Keep your palms open and visible, and intentionally lower the volume and pitch of your voice. Under no circumstances should you try to force them to comply by grabbing their wrists or restraining their arms. Physical force will almost always result in a violent reaction. By shrinking your physical footprint and removing aggressive angles, you bypass their broken threat detection system. They start to see you as a safe presence. Step 3 is validate. You have to step directly into whatever version of reality they are currently experiencing. To do this safely, you must memorize 3 absolute rules of dementia communication. Never argue, never correct, and never try to reason with them. If they accuse you of stealing their purse, pointing out that they actually misplaced it will not work. Their brain lacks the physical ability to process your logical evidence. Defending yourself only makes them feel unheard and angrier. Instead, validate the emotion behind the words. Saying, "I can see how frustrating it is to lose your purse," shows them you are listening and on their side. Then, voluntarily take the blame for the confusion. Tell them, "I have been so forgetful today. I might have moved it by accident. Can you help me look?" Accepting their flawed reality removes their need to fight you. You are no longer the enemy trying to prove them wrong, which rebuilds immediate trust. Step 4 is redirect. Once their shoulders drop and their breathing slows down, you must seamlessly shift their attention away from whatever upset them. Do not ask open-ended questions like, "What do you want to do now?" That requires too much cognitive effort and causes overwhelming frustration. Give them a simple A-B choice, like, "Would you like some tea or some water?" Better yet, invite them to help you with a straightforward tactile task. Ask them to sort a deck of cards or help you taste test the soup you are making. Moving their hands helps burn off that lingering anxious energy. Never leave them sitting in silence right after an outburst. Without a distraction, their brain will quickly drift right back to the original trigger, and the cycle will start all over again. Assigning a purposeful physical activity grounds their mind in the present moment, completely breaking the loop of aggression. By following these 4 steps, perspective, approach, validate, and redirect, you can safely navigate the most difficult moments of dementia care. The person who was screaming just minutes ago can quickly return to a state of calm, resting comfortably and focusing on a simple, quiet task. To make future days easier, start keeping a journal of these outbursts. Write down the time of day and what was happening in the room right before they got upset. You will likely spot patterns that allow you to prevent the agitation before it even starts. Dementia care requires you to leave your own logic behind. Choosing to join their reality rather than fighting to correct it is the most effective way to ensure a safe and peaceful home for both of you.